The art is not in making money, but in keeping it. So what is the right age to start a business these days? Is it 20 or 30 or 40? But what if I told you that there's no real age limit when it comes to starting your own business, and that you can start your business even long before you turn 20 or even finish primary school? So today in this video, I'm going to share with you 12 easy ways to make money that doesn't necessarily have an age limit. Now, I'm not selling you anything today. There's no some sort of online course that you have to subscribe to at the end of this video. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to give it to you for free. It's mahala. It's not going to cost you anything. Although there's one thing that I want you to note, very importantly, please stay tuned till the end of this video, because I'm going to share with you the do's and the don'ts. It's for your own safety and it's your responsibility. And also, please involve your parents and let them watch this video with you, and don't do anything without their consent. Maybe just one thing I would like to ask you before we start. I'm not charging you anything, but can I kindly ask you to please subscribe to my channel, to like this video, to share it, and leave your comments in the comment section below. I think the very first one for me, the very first way that you can make money very easily is by offering a garden service, by cleaning people's gardens, mowing their lawns with a lawnmower or a weed eater, as we say here in South Africa. That's just the easiest way to start. And just to give you some advice, you might ask, but where do I start? Whose lawns and gardens do I clean? You know what you can do? All neighborhoods, streets, they have WhatsApp groups. Speak to your parents. Ask people that you know. Start with the neighbors. People in your own street. Advertise on your WhatsApp group or on the neighborhood WhatsApp group, or even on Facebook, on Instagram. You guys are everywhere. So just use those social media avenues to advertise your business and the services that you are offering. You know, I also start, a lot of these things I'm going to share with you, I did myself as well. And don't worry about what people would say, specifically your peers. Sometimes it's so embarrassing to ask for a job or to be seen working in someone else's garden, especially when you are young. I know, I was there. I remember, I think I was in grade 10, standard 8 then, and a good friend of mine, his name is Paul Macias. Me and him, we worked in one of our teachers' gardens. He stayed in Peniel. We worked in his gardens. It was so embarrassing for us because our peers made fun of us. But you know, I made money. It taught me a valuable principle of working for what I want. And it helped me to do some other things as well. And I was so happy for the opportunity to be able to do it. But the important thing is, I made money. And that is what you really want to do. You want to make money. You want to start your investment portfolio. It starts there. It's the principle that counts. So what you can do, you start with your neighbors, you start with friends and family. Use your sphere of influence and your circle of friends. And that's how you can start this garden servicing business. And also, very importantly, remember the safety. When you work with a lawnmower and a weed eater, make sure that you know how it works. And, you know, don't be put off when you walk in your street and you see, you know, this person's garden is already so beautiful. I'm not going to ask them if I can work in their garden. You know, if a child or a teenager have to walk past in our street now and ask me to work in my garden, which is immaculate, I wouldn't say no. I would feel, you know, I would feel guilty. I mean, use that to your advantage. There's not a lot of young people out there that has entrepreneurial initiatives, has entrepreneurial drives. We know that they tend to be not want to work, not want to take initiative. So somebody like that, I mean, I would feel too guilty to say no to you. I would most probably use your services. And just another point, you can make, if you want to know how much you can charge for it. Now, I know we're in South Africa, but I mean, people watch my video from all over the world. Here in South Africa, I mean, for people to cut my lawn, I normally pay about 350 Rand, which is about $22, $23, maybe 24, I'm not sure. And number 2 is digitizing photo albums. Now, the way that you can pitch this to potential clients is you can always tell them, what if your house burned down? Now, God forbids, but that's the way that you can pitch it. And play on people's emotions. And there's nothing really wrong with it because it's a reality. What if your house burns down? What if, all those memories over all the years of the children and grandchildren will be gone? And by digitizing photo albums, you can always offer to digitize it for them and store it on a USB, on a CD, or even in the cloud, and maybe just give them the password, etc. And the way you can do this, in the olden days, before apps were in, it was quite a tedious process, but now it's so easy. You go to the App Store and then you download an app, a scanner app, you can scan it, it's easy, it's simple. You scan the photos and you can always charge either per photo or per album, whatever, but it is an option. Now I've seen, and there's a lot of people that will associate with what I'm going to share with you now. I've seen 4-year-olds teaching grandpa how to use a smartphone. So I know you can do this. And once again, to get clients, it's easy. Don't reinvent the wheel. Start with your sphere of influence, with your friends' parents. Start with with people in your street, people in the WhatsApp groups, on social media, people that you know. If you start in your street, family, people that you know, your friends, sphere of influence, you will at least, even before I'm finishing with this sentence, you will have 20, or know that think about 20 people that you can approach for this. And the way that you can charge here, it's difficult. I haven't really done it myself. I've done it for myself, but I haven't paid anybody for it. But I guess you might charge per photo or maybe per album, but you can work it out depending on how much time, or maybe even per hour. So it depends on how much time and effort it will require. And number 3 is selling personalized items. Here I'm talking about mugs and cups and t-shirts, pillowcases. The list is really endless. And you can personalize these for weddings, for birthdays, for businesses, etc. And it's really easy. If we think about t-shirts, snoop around, look around. Sometimes a lot of companies, a lot of shops have promotions, and you buy in bulk or go to a factory store, buy these things in bulk, pillowcases, cups, etc. And people love that. You buy it for cheap, you personalize it, and then you add your value, you add your profit to it. And I know people will definitely buy your stuff and be interested in it. That's just our human nature. If we see something that is uniquely me, that is made specifically for me, I'm not part of a bulk, I'm not part of mass production. This is just for me. And as a child, as a teenager, if you approach me, I would be more inclined to say yes. And you can take it one step further. You can approach businesses and add a business slogan, etc. Even if you print t-shirts, you guys are clued up with technology. You go onto Google, you search for catchy phrases or for funny quotes, and you just print it on it. And use your creativity. And this is a way that you can definitely make money. And when it comes to those things, it's difficult to say how much money you can make of it. Only thing I will say, I think it will be more than okay if you make at least 100% profit. So if the t-shirt with the printing and all those other things, if it costs you 120 Rand, you sell it for 240 Rand. But once again, if you do it, if you approach adults and other people with this as a child, as a teenager, I know I'm repeating myself here all the time, but people won't say no to you. They just don't. And if they do, they don't have a heart. And number 4 is doing video editing for YouTubers. Now, to those of you who've been following my journey from the start, I uploaded my first YouTube video on the 23rd of May this year, 23rd of May 2020. And I must share this with you. Before that, I think my channel, if you go onto my channel and under the About, it will show you something, a year like 2015. But I just opened the channel then, but my first video was uploaded the 23rd of May. But if I have to go back, honestly speaking, I had no clue how to start, how to do editing, how to thumbnails and editing and record. I had no clue where to start. And there's a lot of YouTubers, small YouTubers I know watching my channel as well. They will 100% relate to what I'm sharing with you now. I didn't know what to do, where to start. I was a complete novice. I was blank completely. I remember in the beginning I searched online and I found someone. I paid them 3,500 rand for a 1.5 hour consultation just on, don't ask me what it was about. It was supposed to be about telling me what to do, where to start, editing YouTube videos, etc. But I paid them 3,500 rand for 1.5 hour consultation. It didn't work at all. It didn't work for me. So eventually I went onto YouTube. I taught myself how to edit YouTube videos. And you know, editing takes I don't have very technical videos like lots of special effects and stuff. But even my video, this video, takes me at least 4.5 hours to edit. I know, it sounds almost unbelievable. It takes me about 4.5 hours to edit. Now I like doing what I'm doing now, but honestly speaking, I don't like editing. It's a tedious process. And I would be more than happy, personally, to pay for someone to edit my YouTube videos. Now this is more of a specialized job. You need some sort of experience, you need some sort of training. But let me put it to you this way. If I could taught myself to do this, you are much more tech savvy than I could ever be. You can do it. I mean, there's editing programs, etc. But if you are showing interest, you can go onto YouTube, you can teach yourself how to do video editing and offer your services to YouTubers. You know, now during lockdown, and I mean, I started my channel because of lockdown, because I had time. And if you go online, there's thousands of YouTubers out there who just recently started. And you know, I want to focus more on content and not really on the technical stuff, but they go hand in hand. But that's another option for you. If you can become and offer your services to edit YouTube videos for YouTubers, promise you, you will make money. You will make money. We will be willing to pay for you in order for us to save time. And then I can also put out more videos more frequently. And that's the only reason. It's editing that's keeping me, not anything else. And you know, when it comes to editing YouTube videos, I mean, I'm in South Africa, but you can do YouTube. You can be in South Africa and do editing for YouTubers in America, in Australia, anywhere in the world. You don't physically have to be there with them. It's technology. So that's something that you should really consider, and that's good money. And number 5 is cleaning people's houses. Now, you don't have to clean the whole house, obviously depending on your age, etc. A lot of things that you need to take into consideration. But the point is, you don't need to clean the whole house. You can maybe offer to clean someone's garage. Or you know, I'm recording this video in December, so it's holiday season. People normally have a help in the house, but the help is on holiday and they're having parties. I know it's coronavirus, we need to keep social distance, but people have intimate smaller parties, people coming over, they're having a small braai, etc. If you can offer, and once again, only in your sphere of influence, people close to you, friends, neighbors, etc. If you can offer them, saying that after the party, tomorrow morning, you don't have to clean the house. I will come in, I'll clean the kitchen, maybe the lounge where they sat to eat, the fireplace, whatever. I will clean that. And you know, you can charge for clean. I mean, we pay 300 rand for half a day, and you can, as a guideline for you. And also remember, safety first. Like I mentioned, it is coronavirus. When you go out, in whatever I'm suggesting on this video, keep your social distance. Remember to sanitize your hands and always wear a mask. And number 6 is resell your old clothes. Now here I want to give you some marketing advice. You know, if you put up a poster, whether it's on the WhatsApp group, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and you say, I'm selling my old clothes, please come around and see if there's something that you would like. People might not be interested. But if you put up the same poster and say, vintage clothes for sale, that will trigger people's interest. It is just like that. I mean, you don't have to throw away these clothes. You can make money of it. You can call it a garage sale as well, whatever it is. This is also a means that you can turn old and unwanted goods, you can turn it into cash. Now, what will this list be without number 7? And that is selling sweets and candy. Now, yeah, it's very easy, really. You buy in bulk and then you resell it at a profit. And what you can do is ask your parents, if you don't know yourself, where's the wholesale store in your area, in your town, and then you go there and you'll be surprised on what you will find there. You can become very creative, put it in colorful packaging, make up smaller packets and sell it off, whatever. But remember, with sweets, here you can also, exactly the same, you make sure that you make at least 100% profit, might even be 200% profit, because it's a commodity that I know people will pay for. You can put up a little table outside your yard, in front of your house, whichever way you think will work for you. And this is a great way to make money. And if you're still at school, remember, you can do this at school, but make sure that you ask permission from your school if you can sell candy and sweets at the school. Don't do what I did when I was still at school. I know a lot of things changed in between. They said no, but I did it anyway. I've got a lot of teachers watching now. I'm sure they picked up then I'm doing it, but I mean, being a businessman is not something that I acquired when I turned 30. I was born with it. I always took opportunities. I had my own little shop out of my backpack at school, and a lot of people watching that went to school with me, they know. I used to sell peaches and fruit and sweets. I mean, I was like a walking, talking mobile shop. They could find anything there. So don't you do that. You first get permission. Don't do what I did. You first get permission from the school, from the teachers, etc. And number 8 is dog walking. Now, me growing up, I would have never imagined that walking other people's dogs will become a business one day. And this is specifically applicable in middle class areas. I mean, I find that I come across a lot of people advertising, looking for people to look after their dogs, whether they go on holiday or going out on a date. Because, you know, for some people, and I'm sure for everybody, it should be that way, that a dog is an extension of the family. It's a four-legged baby, a four-legged child. So people really want somebody to take good care of their dogs. It's part of their family. So that's one service that you can definitely offer in your neighborhood. And just go once again online, look in the local newspaper. People always advertise looking for people to walk their dogs or to look after their dogs when they go on holiday or on a date, etc. And number 9 is babysitting. Now, this is also a definite option that you can consider, but it will be more applicable if you are an older teenager, because a baby is quite a big responsibility to take on. And the same principle apply. I mean, people, they work, they want to maybe go on a date, or maybe just the parents just want to take the night off, want to go somewhere, etc. And that is where you can offer your services. But let me give you a small little competitive edge, what you can do. And I remember, I mean, last time we in our house made use of a baby, somebody looked after our babies, their services was more than 10 years ago when my son was still small. But what you can do is, to give you that competitive edge, is go do a course, a first aid course, specifically aided around babies. And it's easy. You can check with your doctor, your GP, go check up with the fire department, with the Department of Health, or even at your local hospital. Go find out where you can do, or St. John's, or find out where you can do a course like that. And just think about it. I mean, I take it from me. If I were to consider using a babysitter for whatever reason, and I have one babysitter on the one hand who's just, I mean, is a teenager, a little bit older, responsible, etc. And on the other hand, also more or less the same age, responsible, but this one has done a first aid course, specifically aided around babies, or just, I mean, subconsciously, I will have more peace of mind. And I think it's pretty obvious which one I will use. And just to go back on, I remember when we used to use babysitters, and I mean, I'm talking about 10 years ago. Money-wise, I think we paid it was about 30 Rand per hour then. But I mean, this is 10 years ago. I'm not sure what the prices are and the scales are at the moment. But I'm sure you can figure it out and work around it. But babysitting is a definite option for you to earn and make some extra money. Before we get to number 10, can I please kindly ask you to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, to share it, and leave your comments in the comments section below. I'm specifically looking forward to your comments on ideas and ways that you think that I've missed out on, that we can suggest to teenagers and children, and how they can earn and make some money. And I'm really looking forward to that. It's easy to subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Please ensure that you hit the all notifications, and that way you will be notified and won't miss out whenever I upload new content. So number 10 is cleaning or washing cars. Now this is also a classic one, but it works. And what you can do, once again, you know the people in the street, you know families, start there. Start in the local WhatsApp group. Start with the neighbors. Go offer your services to them. You know, once again, if a child or a teenager came to my house offering to wash my car, I will even allow them to use my water, my cleaning materials, all of that. And I will still pay them for it. And number 11 is, another option for you to make money is to make home cooked meals. You can make, whether you bake something, whether you make food or bake cakes, etc. There's a big market for it. And also the same marketing principle apply here. It's like I said earlier, you can sell old clothes or you can sell vintage clothes. Here you can just sell food, or you can sell with the prefix home cooked food. People like that. And last but not least is tutoring. Maybe you are good at a specific subject like mathematics or science, or maybe you're good at a musical instrument. You can use that to make money. You know, my daughter, she's been doing and giving piano lessons since she was 15 years old. And I mean, she's got students that's her age, younger than her, and people, adults also coming for piano lessons. And just to give you an indication on price-wise, I think that you can charge between, say, 250 or 200 to 300 Rand per hour per lesson. And I mean, this is a great way to be rewarded for your skill. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, there's a few do's and don'ts that I want you to pay particular attention to. Do inform your parents and ask them permission first. Don't set unfair rates. Be reasonable with your pricing. Do advertise your products and services. Don't work with strangers. Do business with people you and your family know and trust. Don't be rude or impolite to customers. Always smile and say thank you, even if they didn't buy anything. Do impress your customers with your honesty and diligence. Don't agree to do a job you cannot do. Know your own skills and limits. Do ask for help from your friends or parents when necessary. Don't go to dangerous neighborhoods and places to offer your products and services. Be accompanied by an adult at all times. Do ask for your school's permission if you're planning on selling there. Don't do anything that will endanger or harm yourself or others. Do save your hard-earned money. And last but not least is, don't forget, you are still a child, and enjoy your childhood to the fullest. Thank you so much, everybody, for once again joining me on today's episode. It is always a pleasure, and I really enjoy spending time with you all. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, to share it, and leave your comments in the comment section below. It's easy to subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and ensure that you hit the all notifications, and that way you will be notified and won't miss out whenever I upload new content. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.